let me know when we're live.
We're on.
Hi, folks. So, we are here this afternoon hanging out with some friends who we have not had the chance to see in a little while. So thank you for tuning in, everybody. We are here at Catskill Animal Sanctuary in Saugerties, New York, on a beautiful day. We're hanging out in the shade right now with Benjamin here. And we are going to visit with our friends Benjamin and Blossom, who are just chilling in their yard. You may know these guys if you've been and visited with them at the sanctuary before. They have happily greeted many. You want the bigger ones? You want more? We're not sure if we want these or not. They've happily greeted many of our visitors in the past during our tour season, hanging out by the fence, looking for kisses, scratches, and maybe mooching a little bit of food, right? Yeah, that's always good. What do you think? It is officially fly season here at the sanctuary as well. So what you're not getting a nice whiff of is the strong natural fly spray that one of our animal caregivers was just spraying on Benjamin here. So he smells like, what is it? It's
I'm not sure what the smell is. It smells...
It's like a very citrusy smell.
Yeah.
But not quite. I'm forgetting. I'm blanking on the name.
Is it the citronella?
Yes,
Is that what we're trying to think of?
That
Yeah.
might be the word that we're trying to.
Oh, hi, big guy.
Yeah. So he's covered in citronella.
Yes. Team effort. Good work,
Very
Kaden.
fun.
Janine says we're visiting with the flies.
We're visiting with the flies today. No, so we are hanging out with Benjamin, who may be swinging his head a bit if the flies are particularly annoying for him. What do you think, big guy? You gonna sniff my leg? No. So Benjamin is definitely not one of our tallest, largest cows. And he's gonna say hello to the camera.
Hi, love. But you got a leaf stuck to your face still. Yeah. He's got a little bit hanging out of his mouth still.
Benjamin here is, he's one of our shorter, stockier cows. He and his friend Blossom, or his adoptive sister Blossom, are both rescued from different beef farms in the Northeast. And so these guys are, you can kind of see their short, stocky nature that we see more in cows who would typically be raised for their flesh. We're just going to try and get a good view of Benjamin here. We don't really need to see me.
Oh, we do. There's Kaden.
I'm happy to just narrate the way that we do for our virtual tours. They're kind of going on. But we have Benjamin here just enjoying one of his newer fields. So he hasn't been on a lot of our videos lately because he had been outside of our Wi-Fi zone. And we just got another Wi-Fi extender put in on a new structure that we've got going on here at the sanctuary. So we have been building for a while a chicken barn, and it is slowly coming up. And we're actually going to later on another one of our virtual CAS live tours or brief visits here. We're going to check in with Lauren, hanging out with some chickens over by the construction of our new chicken barn. But we put in some new Wi-Fi so we can say hello to our buddies who we haven't gotten to say hello to in a while. Where are you going? Oh, I think we might be.
Not interested.
Not at all. Standard Blossom, right? I personally, I love Blossom. I think she's great. I think she's going to check out my car at the moment. I think she is a altogether perfect cow. The thing is that Blossom is not really interested in me. And sometimes I'll be in with the cows, having a great time with Benjamin, having a great time with Tucker, and Blossom will be sitting there. She'll be resting, chewing her cud, relaxing, staring at me. And then all of a sudden she'll just be like, which is her way of essentially saying, oh, have I upset you, Ben? I'm not, I think I might have. I don't think
Oh
I
no,
think so.
what did you say, Kaden? Kaden just said something bad in cow speak.
And it's Blossom's way of saying, I think your time here is done, Kaden. You can leave. You want to get a little closer to these guys?
Yeah, we'll go a
They're
little bit
out in the
closer.
shade right now. But in general, if you hear a cow mooing, I do say it's like usually a neutral sound at best. It's never really a positive sound. Like, gosh, I'm so happy to see you. It's usually like, dinner is late. My baby cow has wandered a little too far away from me, and I'm telling them to return my direction. And then otherwise, it's a lot of times like a stress sound or an aggravated sound. So a happy cow is a quiet cow. We've got a question?
Yes, well, first of all, welcome back to Rob. And we also have a question about stinging nettles. So we see some stinging nettles around, which like good eye. Oh, there's some behind me right now. And we're wondering if anyone eats the stinging nettles.
Yes. Lots of them eat the stinging nettles, I would say. Definitely the goats. Definitely the sheep and the cows. Have you seen Sister Mary Frances or any of the pigs eating the stinging nettles?
I have not, but that doesn't mean they don't, so I'm not
mean
sure.
they don't. For sure, Sister Mary Frances, she has enjoyed, she's a little potbelly pig. Look at those cranky ears. You're always in a mildly cranky mood, aren't you, Blossom? Yes. I'm just going to give her a path out if she wants to. We're not going to corner cows because I am much smaller than cows, so if they decide they want to leave that corner, I want them to have a nice path.
Which they might be doing. We also had a question of what is stinging nettle, so just for a moment, this is a stinging nettle.
Yes.
Also a old dried out cow pie underneath it. It's got a bunch of little hairs on it that if you touch it, it bothers your skin. So
Yes.
we should not be eating raw stinging nettle. You can actually make some pretty good tea and you can saute it up and stuff real good, but
Make a good
don't eat the raw stuff.
Yeah. And our friend Sister Mary Frances, the potbelly pig, has been enjoying lying down in between patches of stinging nettle during the day. And so when Lauren and I are doing some of our virtual tours during the day, which you can check out on our website at CAS Live, under our little tofu burger tab on top. But I'm sure we can also link to where you can sign up for some virtual visits. When we've been doing our tours during the day, Sister Mary Frances has been sleeping in between patches of stinging nettle, and in order for me to get a good view of her, I've had to take one for the team and get a little bit of stinging nettle on my legs. So hopefully the sheep will eat that up real soon. Did we have any other questions that we should answer before I share some of the stories from Benjamin and Blossom?
Not right now, no, but folks, do feel free to ask questions if you've got them on your mind.
Yes.
We just have a lot of fans of the cows in the chat right now. Everyone's very excited to see our friends.
They're great. We're very happy to be hanging out with them this afternoon.
Oh, actually, also, though, what kind of cow are they?
Yes, so both of them are very commonly mistaken for literal siblings, but you're not, you're just adoptive siblings. And they are both half Black Angus, but their other half is different. So Blossom's second half is belted Galway, and then Benjamin's second half is Hereford. But their Black Angus really kind of comes through. So Blossom here and Benjamin, we get told a lot of times that they look very, very similar to one another. And I think we actually got a question in advance of our little virtual live stream here right now. We got a question about how we tell them apart. So if you look at Blossom, this is Blossom. Cranky pants, how's it going? How you doing, cranky pants? So her face, do you want to stare this way? What do you think? Are you gonna come look this way? No, she's not going to.
I can move around a little bit.
So if we get a head-on view of Blossom.
Also, Kate says one of their parents was clearly a corgi. Very large corgi.
Very large corgi. we get a nice view of Blossom's face, it's very symmetrical. She's got like a nice, like even sort of butterflying face. Oh, hi, Crazy Pants.
Oh, kicking rocks at your car. That's nice of her.
Oh.
Yeah, she's in a little bit of a mood. Some space.
She's also kicking up that dirt in order to get the flies to stop bothering her. It's really tough. You can put on fly spray all you want, and it's still going to be an unpleasant experience during the summer. Once it gets nice and warm and humid. So she'll kick up that dirt in order to try and get them off of her legs and her belly. But she's nice and symmetrical. Benjamin, who's behind her, hanging out in the shade, has a much more just generally uneven freckled face going on. And then you can tell because the overall demeanor is Miss Cranky Pants and Mr. Outgoing Pants, who's also not feeling super outgoing this afternoon. But usually Benjamin is like the 1,500-pound puppy who just comes bounding up to you. He's very excited to see people a lot of times. Can be a little over-enthusiastic sometimes. What do you think, Benjamin? Yes. Whereas Blossom's always been a little bit mature for her age, just kind of like, I'm going to do my thing, I'm not going to get into any drama. So their overall energy is a little bit different as well. And Blossom was rescued. We're actually coming up on Blossom's 5-year rescueversary, which is incredible. When she was a wee little baby, she was about 6 months old, maybe a little bit less than 6 months old when she was first rescued. She had come to us from a farm in Vermont, where she was, originally born, intended to be. Are you just walking away? You want to come through, Benjamin? We're gonna get these stories out as we adjust to wherever they're moving. What do you think? So little Blossom had been on a farm where she was intended to be born so that she could eventually herself become a beef cow, somebody who would live until she was around 18 to 24 months old before she was ultimately killed and eaten. However, her mom wouldn't nurse her after she was born. For whatever reason, Blossom's mom just wasn't feeding her. And typically cows are really, really great moms. They're very protective. They really love their babies. They will actually choose oftentimes to have lifelong family relationships, especially between the mothers and their daughters. But, not everyone is ready to be a mom, and maybe Blossom's mom wasn't. And so the farmer would have had to bottle feed Blossom and did not want to take on that responsibility, so gave her up to sanctuary. And she's very, very fortunate because here she is, 5.5 years old almost, and, going strong, very healthy, looking good, free to be the cranky pants that she is. She's got her adoptive brother here. So Benjamin came to us in October of 2015. So we're going to have to celebrate your rescueversary too. 5 years is a big one, right? Because he had been living on a farm where the owners of the farm had a change of heart and decided they wanted to try and place a bunch of the cows at sanctuary and get out of farming cows, so that they didn't have to. You guys didn't have to have some unhappy fates there, right, bub? So Benjamin came here, and we took him in as a companion for baby Blossom, who really just needed a calf of her own age to be her peer. And they were both adopted by an elderly rescued dairy cow named Sadie, who I believe we've talked about a couple of times on some of our live streams. You can check out some of our old live streams on our YouTube channel, Catskill Animal Sanctuary YouTube channel. But they have fully grown up here. You just lean in, like the neck scratch. Favorite way at being scratched too. This is the way to a cow's heart. And Benjamin is finally starting to mellow out a little bit as he becomes sort of a fully mature cow. They're not really fully mature till they're about 5 years old. And boy, he's just got a little extra playful spirit in him. which we love. Look at your little face. Look at your good face. Did we have any questions coming through here?
Well, we have a question about Blossom of if she's pregnant.
Oh, she's not. She's a little bit round. Arguably, you're a little bit rounder. But no, Blossom is not pregnant. We definitely do also see on, beef cow breeds in general, their stockiness makes them look even rounder than what we would typically see in dairy cow breeds. But these guys have a little bit of extra fluff on them at the moment as well. Do we have any other questions?
Yeah, and from Rebecca again. Rebecca's asking a couple questions here.
Awesome.
About toys. Do they have toys they play with, or?
You know, they had a scratcher in their old yards, so like a big. They had a big, tall, sort of like cow scratching toy in their other yard that they could rub on and enjoy. They don't currently have any other toys in this yard. We've tried different things with them in the past. So we've done like balls and tires, like just the tire. What would you call it? The outside tire part. I don't know.
The tire.
Yeah, the tire part. We've tried those in their yards, which a lot of cows like to like kind of roll. These guys are not that into the different sort of traditional cow toys that we've tried with them. So they don't have any in here right now. Where you going, bub? What are we doing? I don't know what we're doing. But they've been trimming some of the tree branches, doing their thing, and they're hanging out with the horses along the fence line sometimes. But no particular toys in their yard. Other questions?
Well, what do cows read in the morning?
The newspaper?
Hey!
Or, you know what? You could sign up for our newsletter, Heard Around the Barn, and get all sorts of updates from our cow friends here at the sanctuary. Do you like those? Do you like the Heard Around the Barn letter? He's like, it's got some good content. I like to stay updated on my friends here at the sanctuary. What other questions do we have? No other questions? All right. So, where were we? We were talking a little bit about our friends Benjamin and Blossom, who are now, arguably up to 3 years older than they would have typically been allowed to live on some farms. And hopefully these guys will live into their late teenage years, early 20s even. I'm talking a little quiet. I'm so sorry. Hopefully these guys will live into their late teenage years, early 20s. Their adoptive mama, Sadie, she ended up living till age 27.
Hi, bud. Oop. Do you want to give everybody a kiss from Benjamin? Kiss from Benji? Just checking it out.
We're going to update that answer about toys. The tripod is now a
Yes,
toy
apparently.
in the cow field. And I will say that these guys also typically enjoy the small farm vehicles that come through here for poop scooping time. So those are always a good toy for these guys as well. You guys like a little vehicular destruction from time to time. See how many attempts it takes to pull off a bumper. Maybe reach in, check out what we've got sitting on the front seat.
I mean, there could be food in it, so.
There could be food in it. There could be somebody's walkie-talkie, right? Yes. And the thing is that, cows, we so often associate them with these big open bits of land where they're just kind of grazing freely. And in Benjamin and Blossom's case, they actually did come from sort of more open farms where they were able to graze outside, have some space to roam around. But that's not the standard story for a lot of cows who are being raised for their flesh in the United States. And a lot of cows end up on what we often talk about as being feedlots, or often referred to. So they're in these really, really big, tightly packed areas where they're not on grass. They're just packed together. they don't have much shelter from the elements, so they can be just like out in the blasting sun, no shade, no reprieve really. And they're not eating grass or hay, which is their normal healthy diet, but they're often eating quite a bit of corn and soy, which is not great for the bone if you're a cow. Where are we going? I don't know where we're going. Are we going to follow them, or are we going to hang out with Blossom? I think we're going
Blossom.
to follow Benjamin.
We're probably better off following Benjamin. Let's see where he's going. The underfoot goats are over there in the taking a walk, exploring the sanctuary as they do.
Eating some fresh grass as well.
Produce on the cart. That's
I think we might be like really fully on the move now that he started to graze. So he's
On the move, one could
move.
say. Hey.
What's a cow's favorite first date?
Movies?
Yeah.
You can pretty much do that with a lot of words.
Yeah, I know. So, Lauren has just rejected one of my puns.
I made an observation. Any kind of word that kind of has that moo sound at the start. Anyway.
But these guys are being fed a lot of food that's being grown specifically just to fatten up cows who are about to be sent to be killed, so that we can have a cycle of cows who we're raising. So we're growing quite a bit of corn and soy in these just massive industrial farms so that we can feed animals who are on other massive industrial farms. And it's a very, very expensive process. Ooh. I was in front of the good grass.
How dare you?
What a little brat. We love you, Benjamin. It was actually probably my fault. I shouldn't call him a brat. He's just letting me know that I was standing on the good grass. And so we in the United States can go to the supermarket, find meat coming from somebody like Benjamin very, very cheaply on the shelves, without realizing some of the true cost of it. And yet we can also walk into the vegetable section and feel like the prices there are a little bit out of reach, even though ultimately quite a bit less intensive to grow a lot of the fruit and vegetables that are really healthy for us humans, are an important part of our diets, and that a lot of us don't have enough access to. And the reason is we're spending about $38 billion subsidizing foods that are coming from animals or that are being fed to animals who are then going to be fed. So just massive amounts of money going into making it really cheap for people in the United States to buy animals and their sort of secretions, their eggs, their milk, at a low price, even though these foods aren't that great for us, and they're very, very impactful on the environment at this point. And less than 1% of all of our subsidies are going towards growing fruit and vegetables that more of us need more access to. Do we have, I know we've got a couple minutes left. Do we have any questions that have been coming in for any of us?
No, people are just making silly comments about moo. The Kaden better move.
My bad puns. Despite Lauren not being altogether impressed. Do we have any barbarians in the comments to make a better cow pun for us?
Oh, I don't know. We'll see. Other folks are welcome to share their silly animal jokes as well, not just people in my family. As long as they're nice to the animals. It can be a little tricky sometimes to find jokes that are nice to the animals, unfortunately. But
Benjamin's eating a good patch of clover over here right now. The little clover that has gone to, well, I'm not gonna, the little clover that's gone to flower. And that is actually one of the cow's preferred areas to munch. Yes.
we have a question from Dawn. Hello, Dawn. We miss you too. Dawn is wondering how many cows are currently here at the sanctuary.
That is an excellent question. Let me sit and count. I'm gonna guess 19, but I might have to. High pressure. I think it's around 25, but I also panicked and didn't want to have to count it all out on live. So I think it's around, it's like somewhere between 22 and 26. As I go through all of the names. And we've got 14 who are living on the main part of the property that our visitors can regularly come to. So if Lauren does a little scan around, you might be able to see a portion of our land. This is the area that we typically would do tours at. But we also have a property that's about a 5-minute drive from this one, where we have another 2 herds. Actually, no, a fully integrated herd of cows.
They're fully integrated. There are a couple. That's a cow right there. I don't know if you can see. That's another cow over there.
A dozer, I believe.
Yeah, so there's another group of them who lives over there, and of course the goats are enjoying themselves in what was a cow field. Just having a good time.
We also have Tucker's not hanging out in this field right now with Benjamin and Blossom, because we have been trying to make Tucker be friends with a certain somebody else here at the sanctuary. So he's been roaming freely, fraternizing over the fences with another buddy here, and we will see how it goes. So far it's like, we're...
I feel like it's going well so far from my outside
yeah.
opinion.
I think so.
Yeah,
So
we'll see what happens.
goes. Should we check in on Blossom real quick as Benjamin just fully...
Yeah, he's gone. He's way over there.
Did we have any other questions, by the way?
Well, this will be the last call for questions from our wonderful audience who we love and miss dearly. Let's see what our girl's doing over here.
That was fresher than I thought.
Oh no! Watch your step in the cow
I
field.
took a nice slide on the cow pie there. Hello, Blossom. How's it going? And on that note,
That's all we have to say about that.
So Blossom's not feeling the socializing this afternoon, which is totally fine. That is entirely her prerogative. She is here in her home. We're visiting it, and she has let us know that she's not particularly in the mood to socialize her guests today. Thank you for trying, Blossom. She's saying you're not welcome. I'm gonna go eat some good grass here. And so we are running out of time. Have we had any other questions? All right. Well, thank you everybody who has tuned in to say hello to some of our cow friends today as they kind of battle the heat, battle the flies, and battle the mid-afternoon sleepy crankies. Hopefully Blossom will eat some good clover, mellow out, be thrilled that we're not hanging out with her anymore. We love you, Blossom. You're perfect. And we're so grateful to everybody who has continued to follow us during our break from in-person visits here during the pandemic.
We just had a great comment from Kate who says, I want Kaden to tell me thank you for trying whenever I'm feeling antisocial. And hi, Bridget. Oh, Bridget was on a call that I did earlier today. So thanks for joining the live stream here too. Thanks so much for inviting us into your day this morning. So yeah, always good to see some repeat names come up.
We are, yeah, thank you. That is awesome that you just came back right away. That's what we like to see. And tune in again on Thursday. Lauren is going to be on our live stream on Thursday. I'm actually not sure who we settled on her visiting for this week. But you'll have to tune in to get the surprise, unless Lauren has an answer that she wants to give you right now.
Oh, well, now I feel like I want it to be a surprise. I will say it's someone who we haven't seen for a bit. I think we haven't seen this individual on the live streams at all yet.
I think I know who it is. He's a real friendly guy.
He is.
He's very, very kind.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yesterday I walked by and he was like, "I have food for you." Like, oh.
So there's a hint. Somebody who wants to share his food. It's not a cow. Cows are not big into food sharing, as Benjamin let me know. He was like, "You are just standing on my food." But thank you. Ooh, that was also fresher than I thought it was going to be. It was a fresh cow pie right there. All right, so we are going to sign out for today. Thank you for tuning in, and if you want to support us, you can also text CAS to 91999. I hope that you all have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and tune back in on Thursday. Bye, everyone.